Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Jets going up against the Falcons. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. You are looking live at the Georgia Dome here in downtown Atlanta. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the New York Jets and the Atlanta Falcons. Cody Parkey now ready to get this one started. And off we go to wrap up this Sunday of action. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's not going anywhere to start the night. They stop him at the line of scrimmage. Nothing on that one. It'll be second down. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Going right side here, and that's complete.
Holding offense.
So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Here we go.
Throwing, Cook. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 30.
Now Cook. He finds Beckham complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A nice gain at 21 yards.
He went full scale, loose, flexible, finding a way to catch the ball in some traffic for a key first down.
Yeah, really a nice job of adjusting to the ball in the air. Not the most accurate of throws, but able to adjust and make the grab. Back to throw now on first down. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up fourth down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. And now a 1st down following that long gain.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
They'll set up the throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10.
Let's go now. White 18. White 18. Half, half, half.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Let's go now. White 18. Check, check, check.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
He'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line. Couple of Jets there in on the stop. 2nd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Check, check, check.
They'll look to throw here. Flush to his right. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Receivers work all the time on making sure they catch the ball, haul it into their bodies before they turn and run. A little bit of loss of focus on that play.
Check, check, check. Set. White 20. White 20. Here we go, here we go. White 20. Half, half, half.
On play action, they'll throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
And the seemingly endless drive continues. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
White 20. White 57.
And the back goes into motion. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Oh, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. And now it's 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are in for 6. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. And Charles, he's able to dive in there in a short yardage situation.
Just find a place to get to the end zone. Didn't matter where it was, but once he did, used his nose for the end zone and dove in.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They give them 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. And they'll go on the ground. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Cook. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you hope is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be...
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. They'll send Beckham alone to the left side. Throwing, Cook. Over the middle to Beckham. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. And how about this, a fake? Going down the middle, and it's complete. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now, this will be the 9th play on this drive.
There's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And McManus able to put it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. Well, their offense has struggled for sure, but they get the field goal here and at least get on the board before half.
And that's not something we should underestimate, because just getting points on the board can sometimes have a settling effect on a team. Helps them start their comeback.
And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change it?
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there's no chance that he can actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. New York set to take the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now, because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on everyone.
And the Falcons going to use another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And they'll run it here. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Taken in at the 22. Might have been one man away from 6 points. As it stands, it's a huge return. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. They'll give it to him right up the gut. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
You know, the drag, that can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and it picked up a first down for them, too.
Half. Let's go now. Right, 20. Check.
Back to throw now on first down. That is caught. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And quickly, they get to the line. And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here. Offense looks to punch it in here from the 1 on 2nd and goal. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. And it's 21-3.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers.
Hey. You got three. Three down. Watch it now, Barney. Fire!
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we're at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons. And Larry apparently very brief in his report. Thanks anyway, my man, as we're already set for action. This will be taken in at the 1. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Touchdown, Falcons. Their dangerous wide receiver with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Well, looking down at my game card here, that's 5 drives now for them and 4 touchdowns. I think anybody would take an 80% ratio.
I'm sure that they would, but if you flip it over to the other side of the ball, what are they going to hang their hat on? There was one possession. They held them to no score whatsoever. That's what they're going to try and build on and try and slow this team down.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Fresh set of downs here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. 4 down. Hey, Leopard! Check 25.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. And the evidence shows last week's game, it's really leaked into a second game now, Charles. What do you think of this?
And it's a surprise, isn't it? Because when we spent time watching them practice, talking with the coaches, they felt like a bounce back was going to happen this week. They were very confident in the game plan. Thought the defenses they would see would present great opportunities for big-time runs. We're not getting that so far. I don't know if this is a game plan or if they're just being overwhelmed by the defense they're facing. It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. They're going to look to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. They tried to swing it out left into the flat, but the defense, they were very principled there.
It felt very West Coast offense, didn't it? You know their expression, right? On the West Coast offense, when they throw the ball, it's either going to be a touchdown or a check down, meaning they like to press it downfield. If they don't have it, swing it out, which is exactly what we saw there. But how about the great pursuit and tackle to make a nice play?
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there. 3rd and 2, and they ran the ball for only 1 yard, and everybody's going to scream at the offense. Well, let's give a lot of credit to the defense on that play. Defensive front out leveraged the offensive line. They got more people to the football. Yeah, they won that battle in a big way, and they're forcing a big decision now by the guys on offense. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
And here now come the Falcons. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually...
Oh, batted at the... And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Ah, yes, the old tip drill works to perfection there.
Ah, you're bringing back great memories. Used to love that drill. And a lot of times in practice, you work on it, not just one tip, but multiple tips, just in case the ball stays in the air for a while, to have an awareness and the ability to go up and grab it, and then you want to get some blocking support and end up in the opposite end zone.
In that tip drill, what do you yell?
For us, it was Oski, okay? Oski
different
was an
things for
interception.
different teams.
Different teams have different ways of doing it. I've heard bingo, jackpot. The worst I ever heard, though, was Frankenstein. You don't want it to be a
too many syllables.
Yeah. You want to get it right down and go. Oski is really the preferred word.
Oski. So out come the Falcons now.
Let's go now.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covering him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back.
Yeah.
He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
Here we go. Black 35. Black 35.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, he's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And now out come the Jets. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack.
82's moving. 82's moving.
They'll send Beckham alone to the left side.
Blue 90.
Now Cook. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Throwing, Cook. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first. But at least it's fourth down. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game.
And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play. And just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt. Now after the score, it's Parkey on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that one goes is incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Over the middle to Beckham. And he'll be brought down, but a tip of the cap on the spin move as that gives him a first down.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation. I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Back to throw. And he's going to be taken down. He's sacked on the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Out of the gun now on third down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now a high kick here as he'll try to hang it up there. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Falcon football as they take possession. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now this is back-to-back weeks that he has treated us with a really solid performance.
We know he's great. We expect it. But this is pretty special what we're watching here. We're watching a guy in total command of every situation, throwing the ball well, guiding his team, moving them. This is a whole lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, it was fun last week. Sometimes it feels like we're in all these games. So second and 10 here.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say the pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. Room here to run. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody has
feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. It's a loss of 5 there on the sack to bring up second and goal. And now they're in the hurry up.
Ready. Black 35. Black 35. Check, check, check.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack, and that makes things tougher here on third and goal.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make a stand. Back-to-back sacks, starting with first and goal. I have to believe that they'll continue to bring the pressure on third down.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
And Parkey's kick is good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the fourth.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Jets offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Let's go. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. All right, here we go. 3-19.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10.
4 down. Check. Here we go now. Patriots. Blue 90.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got time. And he can't get away from the pressure. Cook goes down.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. And that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Here's the Jets punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. 12 yards on the return that time. And the offense will come back onto the field for the 1st and 10. Here comes the Jets defense as they ready themselves. And they did well down near the goal line last time, forcing him to settle for a short field goal.
And in today's day and age, settling for a field goal of that distance is amazing. You can get 3 points now, where it's going to give you only 1 point for the extra point, which would be a little bit longer. But they have to feel fantastic not only giving up 3 in that situation. It could have been so much worse.
Yeah, could have. Now can they carry that over?
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here. 1st and 10. Throwing right, and that's complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. So a 2nd down incompletion now brings up 3rd down.
Whether they deserve credit or not, the defense is going to take credit for that incompletion because it always feels good when you slow down an offense.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Here we go.
Back to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he slides to avoid the hit. It's a gain of 7. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good. Matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
We got 4. We got 4. Set. Right. 20. Gun.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the foot. Ball back. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
False start, offense.
And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
We've got a 3rd and 11. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Cook. He's going to let it fly. And got his man complete. 30. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into Atlanta territory. A big play there.